guys, it's Madi Gordon from Austin Underground, and today I'm here with Travis from We the Kings. How's it going?
Very well. It's awesome. I don't know if ever to talk to the camera or you.
Whichever.
Not my first interview, but I feel comfortable talking to you. Today I feel fantastic.
Good. And it's the second day of Warped Tour. Like, how's it? What's the vibe like so far?
I haven't yet acclimated to Warped Tour life because it's so different from normal life. I literally was just talking to one of my buddies who woke up in the middle of the night and he had a huge cut on his head because he hit the TV, and it was just something that he normally does. And home in his normal, like, he'll wake up fast, but now that there's a TV and DVD, that thing, you hit it. So we're all, I think, adjusting. Day 2 was much easier than day 1. I think it takes like a solid week and a half to really grasp this whole grand thing.
Because it's not just a festival, it's like a festival, but like every day.
Yeah, it's weird because for us, or for me, and probably I can speak for the rest of my band, but it doesn't feel like festival. Like, festival to us is going to like a 3-day festival, playing once, and then flying out or whatever. This is more of a festival to the fans, which I think is awesome. But this is just like, for us, it's the biggest outside summer camp tour ever.
Right.
Yeah, it feels like you're at a bonfire, but there's no fire. Just very hot.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. The
Yeah.
fire is all around us.
Yeah.
So what places are you excited to go to on Warped?
So this is our 6th year doing the tour. As if to say that we've already been to all the places. So I will rephrase the question and therefore rephrase my answer is what I'm excited to do in each city.
Okay.
And that is my family. Because we tour so often, I don't really get to see them.
Right.
And when we do play, unless it is a tour, we don't typically play like their cities or areas. So it's nice that this tour plays so much in Florida, so much in New York, so much in California, because all my family from those 3 regions can come out and hang, and it's like, it's work, but doesn't feel like work, but I'm using that as an excuse to catch up with the people that I love. So that's what I'm excited to do.
What are some of the songs you guys are most excited to play?
Mine is actually a sad song. I think every band, or every band member for sure, has a different, like, one that they're leaning towards, but definitely for myself, sad song, because we've never played it on Warped Tour, and it's a ballad, but we recreated it to be a Warped Tour style song, and I think it actually ended up being pretty awesome.
What does making something Warped Tour style entail?
Warped Tour's, it's many things, but it's most widely known as a punk rock tour, and we tried to make the song sound like fit in, and it wasn't, I shouldn't even say fit in, because it wasn't us trying to change ourselves.
Right.
It was just us doing something special for these fans who continue to come out to Warped Tour every single year, and it's kind of like almost like a tip of the hat,
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And it would also be cool to play songs differently, each time.
Yeah,
but this was our first attempt to try something that, I don't know how a ballad would go over at Warped Tour. They're like, everything's so high energy for like so many hours. Maybe it would be awesome. Maybe people would be like, thank God, like just a second to breathe without some sweaty person jumping on me.
Right. I don't
so
have
who
to
knows?
punch anyone. I can just rest.
Yeah, no punching right now. I can just like hang out and not get punched. So.
Right. Maybe give it a go. So you guys just released a new album.
Yep.
So far. How was the recording process for that?
So it's actually the easiest process ever, because this album is a combination of all the songs from our previous album. So it's, I guess, greatest hits we call it so far because every album that we've ever put out has started with the letter S. Greatest hits starts with a G. Oh my gosh, we could do, our greatest hits could be greatest hits backwards, because hits ends with an S.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Thinking of things right here.
Totally
probably going to use that for real though. But yeah, and also greatest hits kind of implies that the band's over. And it was just our way. I was getting tired, not even tired. It's always an amazing thing to answer somebody who has a question about your band, but the question always came like, oh, if I wanted to check out your band, like, which song would I listen to, which album should I buy? And versus saying like, go from start to finish. Like, now it's such an ADD world that's like, it's just easier now to say like, oh, there's this album so far, and it's bits and pieces of, so all of our singles, of course, all the songs that were fan favorites and things like that, and we can literally just say, go to that album because it'll probably be a little bit of what you might like. And if you do like it, then you can go in depth and check the individual albums.
Yeah, like a tasting platter.
Exactly, like a wine and cheese tasting platter.
Yeah. So how long did it take to kind of compile that and put it all together?
It was probably about a month or so of just kind of figuring out how many songs we're allowed to put. So here's the political side. When you sell albums online, there is a price breakdown that you can, okay, so like the ratio between songs to price is a connection. So for example, I couldn't put 70 songs on a record and sell it for $10. Like,
Right.
you would have to sell it for like $55 or something.
Right.
So it's always, in this day and age, we try to make the music, I wish, it could be free, but, and it is on different like streaming services and Facebook and stuff like that, but it's just not that way for iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, like all that stuff. So a lot of it was really just deciding like how many songs can we put on it, what is like the length that we can do, and then think about time-wise, if we actually wanted to do physical copies, like you can only do like a 60-minute or 70-minute CD, compact disc. So like you can't put 70 songs on there, it can only be a few. So that was, the deliberation process was the longest, but I think that it came together like really relatively quickly.
So if you had to use like 4 words to like sum up that summary album, because the album itself is like a summary, how would you sum it up?
Wait, in 4 words?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can count. Very summery, awesome music.
That's good.
I think I just used all the words, just rearranged them. Like, how would you describe this summery, awesome, music that you guys put? I was like, very summery, awesome.
Perfect.
I cheated.
I mean,
sorry.
whatever. It's Warped Tour. So
That's gonna be my excuse for everything. Like, Warped Tour.
It's a good excuse. It's so hot.
Oh, you haven't showered for 2 weeks? Warped
Yeah.
Tour. Yeah.
That would be a whole new world.
It is not for everybody. Touring in general is not for everybody, but it is the most fun you'll ever have on tour is Warped Tour, and the hardest you'll ever have to work, and the probably most extreme conditions you'll have to play in. So it's a very balanced tour. You have the greatest of greats, and sometimes the lowest of lows.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So what's after work for you guys? Are you guys gonna do a tour, or are you gonna put out music videos?
I have planned on putting out so I have all these songs that didn't go onto so far that I really want to record and put out. So I think we're going to start recording a new album. I know we have a bunch of overseas tours that we're doing in Europe, Australia, South America, and Asia. And then we're going to probably get into the studio and finish the new album that will come out sometime in 2017.
Like, where are you excited to go on the overseas tours? What's your dream location?
We haven't been. Well, I mean, we've been almost everywhere that would be considered kind of like an A market, but I think we've never been to China. So Hong Kong and Beijing, which I hope are totally in China. So that would make me sound really dumb. I think they're pretty. Actually, I know they are, but I just want to double check. We've never been to, and I've heard really awesome things about them. So we have an opportunity to go there, and I think I love all the other places that we're going again, but it's seeing a place for the first time is always really cool.
So what kind of music do you personally listen to in your off time?
We, our playlist would probably be really embarrassing. We listen to, like, the type of music that would come on the radio, and you would be like sitting with somebody like, we should turn this off, right? Or no, maybe we should turn, and then each person's like, well, I mean, I can kind of deal with it if you can deal with it, and then as the song goes on, you're just like singing like every word, and then you're just like, at the end of it, you're just like having this whole moment.
Right.
So anything that's sing-along is really popular on our bus, and that is our kind of party. And so it could be anything from NSYNC, Backstreet Boys stuff, as a group at least. Um, and then it's of course a ton of Blink-182 and Green Day and Jimmy Eat World, all the bands that we grew up listening to. And then anytime artists that we love releases a new album, we always go get it and just put it on repeat. Typically for the first like 8-9 days until we're just like, okay, we need a breather, we need something different, and then go back to it. So it all depends on when you're asking and what artists just put out a new album.
Right. Do you think that kind of music like inspires your sound?
Yeah, I think in a way, we're all products of all the information and the input that we've gathered, throughout our entire lives. So I think, subconsciously there's always that, I probably am similar to, or, a writer pattern than, similar to somebody that I really like or the songs that they've, written or produced. And so I think underneath it all, you don't want to copy anybody. You want to be your own entity, but naturally, and I think what is the beautiful part of music is it is bits and pieces of everything, because that's what we are. We're bits and pieces of all of our family and friends and people that we meet, and all the I don't know, just the elements of our life that kind of make up who you are. And this is the same way for songwriting. So if I start listening to something, I think naturally I would start really liking that style and be like, I would love to write a song like that. And then you would try it, maybe really like it. And if you do, then it's, so yeah, you are inspired, influenced by kind of everything, including all the awesome sing-alongs.
I'm sure someone out there like gets that reference. Like your band members are gonna watch it and be like, I know the song.
Yeah, exactly.
So last one, what's your best tip for enjoying Warped Tour?
Oh, I would say, so my first tour, or first time doing the Warped Tour, I was like just wide-eyed open, just looking at everything like it was just magic. And sometimes when you do that, which it totally is, but sometimes when you do that, you literally don't say hi to anybody because you just like, your favorite band will walk by that you're on the same tour with, and you won't say hi, and you're just too scared or whatever. So my advice to my younger self, and the best way to experience Warped Tour, is just to be so friendly with everybody, because we're all out here doing the same thing. We're all living in buses, sweating, going to the bathroom in porta potties. It's just kind of, it's a unifying experience. And once you realize that, it took me that whole year to realize that, but I've made so many friends, and it's my favorite thing to do is just to catch up with all of the bands that are on tour that we've been friends with for ever since we started playing Warped Tour and other tours that we've done. And so it's a giant kind of summer reunion.
It's very cool. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Maddie, you are
awesome.
awesome.
It's been great.
And you guys are awesome as well.
Yes.
Thanks for
Thank
watching.
you for watching. Bye.